Okay, here we go. We'll try page two now, actually, the January image, page one. So here we are back in Bridge. Here is page one. All we do is double click on it and it will open in Adobe Camera Raw. We'll start with Auto. You can see we've got some clippings here going on. So we want to get rid of those first. So we'll go into our curves menu and we'll raise the shadows a little bit, and we can see these highlights here and the headlights. So we'll just drop those a little, and those are now okay. And we'll go back to the light panel. Let's see if we can make this a little brighter. Nope, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'll just leave it the way it is. Contrast, maybe pull the contrast a little bit so it's not quite so contrasty. Highlights, darken them a little bit so we get a little more detail in the smoke and steam. The whites look good, but we can brighten them a little bit. Brighten them while still being details. Blacks, I think we got some good black in this one, so I think we'll do that. We'll leave that as it is. We'll go back to the effects panel. We'll load the presets. There we go. Let's do the before and after backslash. There's before, there's after. Got a lot of nice detail in this one. This one's a really good one. So we'll go look at detail for sharpness. We'll zoom in to 100%, Command plus. And you can see that this is really another very nice image. We can't do much more than this. It's as good as it gets. So we'll go back to this. Don't need a sharpen, don't need a denoise, aren't we? So then I guess we're really done. This one's an easy one, but I would like to finish it with our usual adjustments. We opened it in Photoshop. Here we go. Now, I've got an action set up to do our image shadow highlight. So what we do is we duplicate the background, doing this way. Then we rename it. It's important to rename, to entitle give the layer a title, so that we come back to the image for any reason we know what we've done on that layer. So then we'll go up to here. Now we make this with Control click. No, that doesn't do it. Okay, Control click here. In this part of the layer, we can convert to Smart Object. Here we go. Now it's ready to go. Now we can do our image adjustment, shadows, highlights. We can make them non-diffuses. Let's load the presets. Do we have presets? Applications, Adobe Photoshop, presets, shadows, highlights. Here we go. There they are. Now we're all set. Now let me go back one step and show you how we can make this into an action. I have it already recorded, but let's show you how to do that. We'll start from scratch again. Okay, the first thing you need to do is duplicate this layer. But we want to do that from the action. So right here is our actions menu. We want to go, oh no, that's the history. Where's the actions menu? We'll have to go up here to Window, Actions. Here are the actions. We'll change it to from button mode to normal action so that we can see all the steps. So we're going to make a shadow highlight smart object just like this one. We'll make another. So to make to action, you have to do all the steps. It's going to record all your steps is what the way actions do it. So the first thing we have to do is select a new action. We're going to call this shadows highlights 2, so we can differentiate from the one that we've been done before. Now you can assign a function key to it also, which I've done, but that's up to you. However you've configured your function keys. I'm not going to do it now because my MacBook Air doesn't have function keys. Well, it does, but not enough. So I'm just not going to bother with this one. But I am going to show you how to record. So you start with the record, and now you do all your steps. So we go back to layers. We go background, and we want to duplicate the background layer. That's one way to do it. We want to rename it. Then we want to change it to a smart object, so we come up to the layer, smart objects, convert to smart object, and then we want to invoke the image adjustment shadows highlights. Then we want to load the shadow highlights preset, and we're done. We're okay, and we're done recording the action. So now we have to stop recording the action, so that we go to here, to this, the actions panel, and now we click this, and the action is recorded and it's done. Here it is, shadows, where did it go? Shadows highlights 2. If I can find it. Here it is. Here's shadow highlights 2. Okay, let's make sure it works. So let's go back to the Photoshop, and we'll go to layers, and okay, now here we got the same thing. Where did it pop up? That tooltip. Where did it go? Here it is. Okay, we got a pop-up tooltip here too. Let's show you how to get rid of that. Very much like in Bridge, you go up here to the Apple menu, or to the Photoshop menu. We go to Settings. Well, let's see which in general. Is it in general? Yes. Well, let's see if we can find it. Let's look around here. Skip to export clipboard size restricted. No, that's not it. Interface. Maybe it's an interface. We'll find the tooltips. Show menu dynamic. Show simplified right click. I'm hunting for it. Workspace. Here. Maybe it's here. Enable. Auto highlight panels. Open. Enable. No. Tools. Show tooltips. We won't want to show tooltips. So, well, let's keep this. Let's turn off rich tooltips. So now that's gone. All right, back to here. Let's check it. So we'll delete this layer. We'll go here. We'll go to Actions. Here, Shadow Highlights 2. We'll select it here. We'll select it and press the play button. And let's see if it did it. There it is. Doesn't make much difference. We'll zoom in a little bit so we can see. So we'll play with the sliders and see if we make it more, increase the shadow, raise the shadows. Let's see how this. Yeah, I think I like it a little more than my default setting. And the same thing with, I don't think that darkening the highlights is going to make that much difference. So we'll just leave it like that. So I think we're okay with this. And like I said, when we zoom into 100%, look around, we've got tremendous detail in this picture. There, let's go even further, see if there's any noise. No, there's nothing. This is an amazing example of the technology, how good it is right now. Command minus. Okay, so basically, this image is ready to go. So let's save as. RT, Steam Trains, Live Files. There's one already in there. We'll replace it. Okay, now let's go size it. So we go back to Bridge. We go back to the RT images. Here's the picture we just processed, page 01. So I'll click and drag, press Command Tab to invoke the contextual menu, tab over to InDesign and drop it in the layout. So let's check this out. This looks, let's do a Command C just to be sure we've got it ready to go here. I think that going to full width, we don't need a pinch, we don't need a stretch. So this is ready to go. Let's note the enlargement. It's only it's less than 90%. This one's good to go too. Let's save it and let's move on to the next image.